In the tradition of Wolverine, Scott Pilgrim, and Captain Canuck, there's a new Canadian superhero in town. Superhero Girl is created by Canadian author-illustrator Faith Erin Hicks. A graduate of Sheridan College's classic animation program in Ontario, Faith Erin Hicks was actually born in BC. After suffering through 20 years of hot Ontario summers, Hicks moved to Halifax and began publishing her Superhero Girl comics in the Coast newspaper. In 2013, Dark Horse Books collected together and then published all of the Superhero Girl comics into this graphic novel. Faith Erin Hicks was awarded the Eisner Award for the Best Publication for Kids aged 8 to 12 in 2014. She was thrilled to receive this honor and tweeted almost immediately afterwards, "It's like, now I have proof that my work is really good." And her fans couldn't agree more. Superhero Girl is a funny, touching, and idiosyncratic story of a girl who lives in a large city and spends her days superheroing. She lives in an apartment with a roommate who sometimes acts as her sidekick, and is the little sister of the far more popular superhero, Kevin. Hicks' sense of humor is just awesome, and she writes Superhero Girl as a regular, normal person living in a city, going to work each day, grocery shopping, doing laundry, and dealing with the challenges that face all of us mere mortals. In this series of panels, Superhero Girl is in the laundromat doing her laundry. As superheroing doesn't pay that well, she also shops at thrift stores and watches her pennies. Unfortunately, her cape shrinks in the dryer, and she, like all of us who have shrunk our favorite sweater, is a little peeved that she's going to have to get a new one. Now, what makes a great graphic novel? A great story with a character that everyone can relate to. Hicks writes Superhero Girl as if she's the girl next door. Everyone knows who she is and what she does. She's a superhero and vanquishes a variety of villains, including aliens and ninjas who come to town. In this panel, Superhero Girl, who has superpowers and a cape, realizes that the next thing on her checklist is an arch nemesis. Well, in Canada, arch villains are not exactly thick on the ground, and she makes a comment that we could do better in this regard. A great graphic novel also needs wonderful arch villains, and Hicks really doesn't disappoint. Here, Superhero Girl meets a ninja while out grocery shopping. A few standalone comics are peppered throughout the graphic novel, making the plotline a little tangled, but really highlighting Hicks' great sense of humor. The meandering plot in this novel follows Superhero Girl as she's beginning to feel a little taken for granted. The pay is lousy and the expectations are huge. Re-evaluating her life and questioning if she's really cut out to be a superhero is a big part of the humor in this novel. But, meanwhile, out in space, a foreign object is hurtling towards the Earth. It's a giant, tentacled alien monster who is of course no match for Superhero Girl, who saves the day as usual. Her superpowers are awesome. She has immense strength and can leap tall buildings. She can't fly, much to the disappointment of her friends, family, and most of the town's people. But she does have a cool, albeit second-hand costume that doesn't quite hide her secret identity from others. A Day in the Life is a fantastic panel set where we see how a superhero lives. For instance, Superhero Girl's day begins at 8:52 a.m. She rescues kitties from trees, she walks little old ladies across the street, and then stops for a cheese sandwich for lunch. Readers will love this character. The panel is hilarious and completely endearing. And who wouldn't be completely envious of her life? Who really wouldn't want to be a superhero? Without giving away the ending, I can certainly say that Eisner Award winner Faith Erin Hicks has a real winner in the adventures of Superhero Girl. It's a great addition to an elementary school or secondary school library. Readers of all ages, particularly intermediate readers in grade 3 to 4 and up, will appreciate and be able to relate to this wonderful character. Superhero Girls deals with very common adolescent issues throughout this novel, including not being as popular as her big brother, dealing with money issues, and wondering if she shouldn't be looking for a career change. The Adventures of Superhero Girl is funny, touching, and pokes fun at superheroing in a completely Canadian way, with class and great humor. I certainly recommend this graphic novel for readers and library collections.